Hey Mini fans, we're at a different garage today. I've popped over a friend's. We're going to be using the AC DODD reamer for changing your bearings on your rear radius arm. So we've had a quick look at the radius arms I've taken off. Obviously I took them off, didn't really have a closer look really. Obviously we looked at the pins, didn't we? But I've looked at there you go. Looked at the bush on the passenger side. Was it passenger side? Yes, passenger side. It's just too worn. I've just deemed it non-usable. So lucky enough my friend's got a spare. We're going to use that one and ream that one. So let's knock the bushes out of the other one. I'll show you that now. Right, okay, so we've got two radius arm kits. They're about £12 each from Mini Spares. Let's show you what's in the kit. So, in the kit we have got brass bush, the pin, washers, nuts for either end. There's bleed nipple already in this one. We've got the tube that holds the grease in. We've got, obviously it's got the grease hole that obviously will slide in between the two bushes when we've got it in the radius arm. We've got the two rubbers for either end. So I think that's everything we need. Let's get them in the radius arm and get them all fitted. Right, so this is the kit we've got from AC DODD. We've got different size bushes, so we've got a couple here for the Mark 1 radius arm and obviously the one for the later radius arms. We've got the cutting tool itself that slides onto the bar, and then we've got like a little polishing disc, like flap, to go down after you've finished cutting, and then we've got the bar that will fit on the end, so like the handlebar I suppose to say, that fits on the other end, that will obviously allow us to rotate it in the arm. So let's try cutting our first one. We've got a bar that's stepped, so this end fits inside the bush. This is the same size as the actual hole that the bush goes in, so the outer face of the bush. So this will fit in the bush, this will go in there like that, and the idea is that we want to knock the brass bush all the way through and knock the roller bearing out the other side. So we're going to give that a go now. Right, so let's put that in. Yuck. Right, so you can probably see that from there. We've got the roller bearing and the brass bush. So we need to put that, we'll go that way around, shall we?
That way.
No, we'll go that way.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be alright, just make.
Try
Oh no, we're right. We're okay. Sure.
Now we're going to put the bearing in.
Yeah. Go like that, there, and go round, and then go back in there and round, yeah? Teaching the younger generation. That's it.
I've got some experience. With a new project coming soon. smash that like and subscribe button.
Yeah.
And I think I'm done.
Right, so now we need to cut it.
Cut it?
Yeah, got to cut
cut
it. You've got to do it really square. Don't push down it, just keep turning it, yeah?
Not too fast.
Not too fast, you've got to go slow. Because you're cutting. And if you watch, you'll see, look, see these brass filings?
Yeah.
That's from the last one I did. Can you see, look, can you see them falling out?
Oh god, yeah.
So just keep going slowly until it gets all the way to the bottom.
I'll be in 2 hours. So we're now cutting the bearing. Get me a cup of tea, will ya?
I'll get the kettle on.
Oh, thank you.
It should just pretty much lift up. Just don't drop it. That's it.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Yep, so that does fit. Put that in like that.
Yeah, small end first, yeah. Boom, that's it.
Done.
Push it in a little bit further with your finger if you can. That's it.
Boop.
Then you've got to put your threaded bar through.
Threaded bar.
Up.
Threaded bar.
Right.
Sorry.
That's alright, don't worry, it's fine. It's only for Mummy's car, it's not. Right, there you go. Right.
It's only Mummy's car.
Yeah, it's only Mummy's car. There you go, that on top.
These metal things are very hot, especially in the sun.
Other way up. Screw that on.
Hit
Yes,
the
we got all
like
that.
and subscribe button.
You're not doing it up.
Oh yeah.
Half job,
Sorry.
Joe.
Hit. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Why did I put it in the first place?
Huh?
Why did I put it in the
Because
first
it squeezes it and pushes the bearing in.
place?
Terrible. So slide that in. All the way.
So the collar needs turning down.
Okay. Is it heavy enough for you?
Soon we get this done soon.
Hello.
Ring ring!
Yeah, yeah, okay. Give me 2 seconds, let me get my normal phone.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Okay, so I've lifted the carpet up and behind the handbrake, so this is the handbrake back here, here's the cable. So I need to undo this nut and a little retaining nut, undo these 2 screws, wind it all the way off and then pop the cable through the floor, and then we can get the rest of the cable out. There we go, we've undone the nut, so we just have to poke that through and then pull it out from underneath. There we go. Bit of an awkward one to film, but there's the cable hanging down. Now I've poked it through, and then that goes back to that bracket there, and then we just have to pull the cables through. So we just need to Right, so we just need to pull cable like this through from there. That goes up to the quadrant. Just get that from both sides. Sits on the top and threads through the subframe. Bit awkward to film. Right, so here's the cable on the floor. That's the handbrake end. That goes to the front of the rear subframe, and then we've got the two parts that go thread through. So this is what we're going to replace. Right, and that's our new cable together using the original bracket. I always put a couple of washers on the back just to give some extra adjustment. Just don't go too mad, because obviously you need the front to be supported by the front of the bracket. Okay, so next job, we've got the new cable in. That's all threaded through. So next job is we're going to change this brake hose. So we need to get to that. We have to go from the other side of the subframe. So we have to undo this bit here. So there's the nut. Obviously we need to undo this union to release the actual metal brake pipe from the rubber one. So undo the nut, undo this, but obviously undo this first, pull that nut back, and then undo the retaining nut for the hose and swap it over. Wash it, and there's our pipe removed. Poke the new one in. Washer on. And then put the nut on. Nip it up. Slide the nut back on. And that's our new hose fitted and ready to go. Right, so we've got the new handbrake cable, the new brake hose. I'm giving it a bit of a quick lick of a bit of paint because it was a bit thin. We've got a captive nut, riv nut, that I've had to put in because this one broke when I took it out. I have to do the same for the other side as well. They both broke. So let's put the arm in and get it back together. These new rubbers that go on the end of the radius arm are a lot smaller than originals. Right, that's the back plate on. Let's put the back pipe on next. Sorry, I just realised you couldn't see that. Right, I've refitted the brake pipe there. There we go, so that's the pipe on. Next, let's get the hub on. Right, there we go, drums on. We just need to do the back now. We need to do the handbrake cable and do the other nut on the inside. Make sure we put this back in the quadrant. Right, now we're on the back. I've got a new pin. It's going for the handbrake. But I need to get a split pin for that, so I'll do that later. Put the shock absorber back on. Right, that's pretty much the drum all built back up. Just got to do the other side of the radius arm nut, and then that's pretty much that side done, and then we just need to get on with the other side. So let's do that nut up for the radius arm. There we go, that's back on. Don't forget to grease your radius arms now they're on. That pin needs to be full of grease. Right, okay, we've done that. Let's get on to the other side. I won't film that bit, I'll just do that bit. Right, okay, both sides done. We've got the wheels back on. We're ready to remove the jacks and get her back down on all four wheels.